The old alien ship was silent. It had no lights, no sound, and no life. It floated in deep space like a dead giant. Most people were scared to go near it. But Eli was not most people. Eli was young, curious, and a bit reckless. He worked as a repair engineer on a small human exploration ship called the Horizon. One day, the crew found the alien ship while scanning an asteroid field. It looked ancient, very old, and very strange. Captain Ray sent a team to explore. Eli went with them. Dr. Mira, the team's alien tech expert, gave a warning. Be careful, the ship is not safe. It's not like anything we've seen before. Inside, the alien ship was cold and dark. The walls were made of a strange black metal that felt alive. Lights flickered from time to time, green and red sparks, like the ship was breathing. Eli walked slowly through the halls, his boots echoing. Most of the rooms were empty, filled with dust and strange symbols on the walls. But then he saw a door. It was large, sealed shut, and covered in alien writing. Unlike the others, this door looked untouched. What's this room? Eli asked. Dr. Mira's face turned pale. Don't go near that, she said quickly. That room is locked for a reason. Ayla raised an eyebrow. What reason? That armor, she whispered. It's in there, old alien armor. Too dangerous. Too alive. It responds to touch. Eli's eyes lit up with curiosity. Armor? Like a weapon? Don't even think about it, Mira said. We're not here to take things. Just scan and leave. But Eli couldn't stop thinking about it. That door, that warning, that armor, that night while the rest of the team was busy collecting data. Eli returned to the door. He had stolen a small alien key from another room. It looked like a crystal shard, glowing softly. He held it up to the door. To his surprise, the door opened with a hiss. Inside was a round chamber, dark and silent. In the center stood the armor. It was tall, taller than a man. Black and silver, with long sharp edges and a glowing chest plate. It didn't look like it was made by human hands. It looked alive. Eli stepped closer. His heart beat faster. He reached out a hand. I told you not to touch it, a voice said behind him. Eli jumped. It was Myra. She stood at the door, eyes wide. Don't do it, Eli. That armor isn't just armor. It's something else, something wrong. But it was too late. Eli's fingers touched the armor. Suddenly, the room shook. The armor lit up with bright light. It moved fast. Sharp pieces shot out and wrapped around Eli's hand, his arm, his chest. He screamed. The armor pulled itself onto him like liquid metal. It covered his body in seconds. His eyes glowed. Eli! Mira shouted. He stood there, frozen, the armor now fully on him. He tried to pull it off, but it wouldn't come off. I can't move it, Eli gasped. It's stuck. Then a strange voice echoed inside his head. It spoke in a broken language, but Eli could understand some words. Host found, connection made. War memory unlocked. Lights flashed in. The walls, the ship came alive. Alarms blared loud, sharp sounds like screaming machines. Mira stepped back. You woke it up. The armor wasn't sleeping. It was waiting. Eli's body began to shake. He saw flashes, stars burning, giant machines, alien battles, planets dying. What is this? He whispered. The voice in his head answered cold and deep. We are not dead. We wait. You are chosen. Mira grabbed Eli's arm. We have to leave now. But Eli didn't move. I feel it, he said slowly. It's alive. It's showing me things. It's inside me. Then we have a problem, Myra said. Because if that armor fully connects with you, it might never let you go. The alien ship shook again. Somewhere deep inside, something else had woken up. Something worse. Eli sat on the floor of the Horizon's medbay, staring at his hands. Or at least what used to be his hands. Now they were covered in dark alien metal, smooth, cold, and shining like glass. The armor had not come off, not even once. No matter how hard he pulled, screamed, or begged, it stayed on him like it was part of his skin. The others kept their distance, that no one came too close. Not even Mira. She stood behind the glass, watching him like he was a bomb that could explode at any second. Her voice came through the speaker, calm but tired. "Eli, can you hear me?" He nodded slowly. "Yes. Are you still you?" He looked up. His eyes glowed faint blue for a second. "I think so." "You're not sure?" "I hear things," he whispered. "Voices, dreams. The armor talks to me." "What does it say?" Eli shook his head. "Not always in words. Sometimes it shows me pictures, images, like memories. But not mine." That night he didn't sleep. When he closed his eyes, his mind lit up with stars. He saw a world on fire. Cities made of crystal shattered by giant machines. Tall alien warriors, in the same armor he wore, fighting, dying, screaming. He felt their pain, their rage. And one word kept repeating in his head like thunder. "Finish." He woke up gasping. The walls of the medbay were glowing. The lights flickered. The armor on his body had changed. It looked sharper now, like it had grown overnight. Dr. Mira ran in. "Eli, what's happening?" "I don't know. I dreamed again." The armor moved on its own. His hand lifted without his control. It pointed to the stars outside the window. Mira looked confused. "What is it trying to show us?" Then the ship's computer beeped. A new signal was coming in. A long-range distress call. Mira checked the screen and froze. "This is impossible. What is it?" Eli asked. "The signal is not human. It's old, very old. Thousands of years, but it's moving now." Eli stood up, the armor reacting to every thought. He walked to the screen. As he stared at the signal map, something inside the armor pulsed. It wanted to go there. He didn't say anything, but Mira saw it in his eyes. "You feel it, don't you?" "The armor knows that place." Eli nodded slowly. "It's pulling me, like it remembers." "Eli, we shouldn't follow that signal. I don't think I have a choice." The captain of the Horizon ordered them to leave the alien ship behind and return to Earth. Mira tried to agree. "Let's end this now. We can study the armor later, safely." But Eli couldn't. The armor had already chosen. It refused to turn back. When the Horizon turned its engines toward home, the armor went wild. Systems failed. Doors jammed. Lights flashed red. The ship changed direction again toward the signal. Everyone panicked. No one knew who was flying the ship anymore. And Eli? He just stood in the center of the bridge, eyes glowing brighter than ever. He whispered one word. A word not in human language, but Mira understood the meaning. Awaken. Eli floated in silence. There was no air, no sound, no gravity, only cold space and the distant light of stars. The airlock had blown open by mistake, or maybe on purpose. He wasn't sure anymore, but he was outside the ship, drifting. Alone, and still breathing. The armor had sealed itself completely. A clear layer slid over his face like a helmet. He hadn't asked it to. It had done it by itself, like it knew he would need it. He didn't panic, not this time. That scared him more than anything. Inside his head, a low hum began again. The voice. Not a human voice. It came from deep inside the armor, like an echo from another world. System check complete. Host stable. Phase 1. Success. Eli blinked. What did you do to me? You are adapting, becoming. You were weak, now stronger. The words sent chills down his spine. Suddenly, jets on his back fired. He shot forward, fast. The stars around him blurred. The armor was moving for him. He had no control, no say. Then, just as fast, it pulled him back inside the Horizon, through the emergency bay doors. He landed hard on the metal floor. Crew members backed away. Weapons were pointed at him now, real weapons. The captain's voice came over the intercom. Eli, step away from the control panel. Now. He looked around. His feet had melted part of the floor. The armor was hotter than fire. But he didn't feel any heat. I didn't mean to, he said. I didn't even touch anything. Behind him, the controls showed a new course. Not Earth. Not safety, somewhere darker. Somewhere unknown. Mira appeared beside him, holding a scanner in one hand and fear in the other. She spoke carefully, like she was talking to a wild animal. Ele, the armor, it's not just protecting you. It's learning, changing you. He looked at her. What do you mean? She pointed to the scanner. Your DNA, it's not fully human anymore. He froze. I'm changing? Not just that, she said. Your brain signals too. The armor isn't just on your body, Eli. It's inside your head. That night, the dreams returned. This time he wasn't just watching. He was fighting. Blades came from his arms. Lasers fired from his chest. Alien creatures rushed him. He tore through them like a god. He felt no pain. Only power. He woke up standing, his bed crushed. His room walls burned. The armor had shifted again, taller, sharper, like it was growing with him. But something else had changed. Sometimes the armor moved before he thought. Sometimes he felt like he wasn't the one inside. Mira came in, breathing hard. The signal. We're close. Eli turned to her. Where is it coming from? She showed him the screen. It's not a planet. It's a ship, a massive one, bigger than a city. It's been dead for thousands of years. But now it's moving. Again, Eli looked at the stars ahead. In the distance, a shape appeared, black, silent, waiting. The armor's voice whispered in his mind once more. The hunter returns. The dark shape in the distance kept growing. It didn't flash lights. It didn't send a message. It just floated silent and cold, like something that had been waiting a very long time. Eli stood at the front window of the horizon. His eyes didn't blink. The armor on his body pulsed gently, like it was breathing. It wasn't afraid. But the people around him were. The ship was shaped like a blade. Long, sharp, and cracked in some places like it had been through a war. There were no windows, no signs of life, but everyone could feel it. Something inside was watching. Mira stepped closer to Eli, her voice low. Is that where the signal came from? He nodded once. Yes. Do you know what it is? He didn't answer right away. His lips moved slowly, like someone else was choosing the words. It's not just a ship. It's a weapon. Before Mira could reply, the lights on the horizon flickered. The main screen turned black. Then, a single white dot appeared, then another. Then more forming a symbol dot. It wasn't human language. But the armor reacted. Eli's chest lit up with the same white pattern. The connection had been made. A voice came over the comm system. It was flat, cold, machine-like. Unit 47 detected. Host violation confirmed. Return the armor or be erased. Everyone in the room froze. Mira stared at the screen. It's talking to us. Eli's voice was quiet. No, it's talking to me. The voice spoke again. You are not the chosen. You are a thief. You wear a weapon meant only for the Guardians. Return it. Now. I can't, Eli said. It won't come off. Then your species will suffer. The message ended. No more sound. No countdown. No warning. Just silence. Eli turned away from the window. His hands were shaking, even with the armor on. They'll come, he whispered. They'll come for me. What happens if they get you? Mira asked. He looked at her, eyes glowing faint blue. Then the war starts again. Mira didn't speak for a long moment. Then she said, we have to run. Eli shook his head. We can't. It's already too late. The alien ship moved. No engines, no sound. Just a sudden shift like space itself was bending. In seconds, it was no longer in the distance. It was right outside. It blocked the stars. Its shadow covered the horizon. The crew ran to their posts. The captain shouted orders, shields up, engines ready. But deep down, everyone knew this was not a fight they could win. Eli turned toward the door. The armor moved with him, smooth and silent. Mira followed. "Where are you going?" "I don't know," he said, "but I think." The armor does. The hallway lights dimmed as he walked. Doors opened without touch. The ship itself seemed to know he was coming. Then he stopped. His eyes went wide. Etched into the wall was the same symbol from the message. The same symbol glowing on his chest. Mira stepped beside him. "It's inside the horizon now, the signal. The hunter ship is hacking us." Eli closed his eyes. For a moment, there was nothing. Then he whispered one word. "Run." Ale sat in complete darkness. The power had gone out 20 minutes ago. No lights, no heat, no sound from the engines. The horizon was dead, floating helplessly near the alien ship. No one on board could fix it. Nothing answered their commands. Every system had been locked out, taken over by something far older, far smarter. The crew waited in silence, whispering in corners, watching Eli with wide eyes. No one trusted him now. He didn't blame them. The armor had changed again. It no longer looked like something he wore. It looked like something that had grown from his body, sharp, heavy, alive. And it pulsed. Every few seconds, a dull blue light beat from his chest like a second heart. Mira was the only one still brave enough to stay close. She sat across from him in the dark, holding a small tablet. Even that screen was dim, flickering. "I found something," she said. Eli looked up slowly. "What is it?" "A memory." She turned the screen toward him. It showed a figure tall, covered in armor just like his, standing in a burning field. Alien bodies lay scattered around. Smoke rose into the black sky. The figure was holding something glowing. A command device, maybe. A key. "This image came from the armor itself," she said. "I connected to a data port. It has records, memories, from the ones who wore it before." Eli stared at the figure. He felt something strange. Not fear. Not curiosity, recognition. "I've seen this before," he whispered. "In my dreams," Myra nodded. "It's not just a memory. It's a message. The armor isn't just a tool. It's a carrier of knowledge, of history. It remembers everything." Eli blinked slowly. "Then what does it want me to do?" Mira hesitated. "Finish what the last one started." Eli stood up. The armor responded instantly, shifting into battle form. Plates locked together. The blue light on his chest burned brighter. Outside the ship, the alien vessel moved again. Not closer. Not attacking. Waiting. The voice returned. "You carry the mind of the last guardian. His war is over. Yours begins. Bring the core." Eli turned sharply. "What's the core?" Mira didn't answer right away. Then she looked down at the tablet. I think it's you." A heavy silence filled the room. Before anyone could speak again, alarms screamed through the ship. Not human alarms. Alien ones. The walls glowed with strange writing. The horizon's metal groaned like it was being twisted from the inside. Then a second voice filled the room, familiar. Soft, full of fear. It was the AI from the alien ship. "Surrender the core, or Earth will fall." Eli stepped forward. "I'm done running." Mira locked the door behind her. She was alone now, in the old science bay, staring at the communication panel. Her fingers hovered above the controls. Her heartbeat was fast. Her breath shaky. She had already made her choice. The alien voice returned the moment she activated the signal link. Cold, smooth, and without emotion. "You have the core. We detect the signal. Confirm transfer. She closed her eyes. If I give him to you, you won't attack Earth? There was a pause. Not long, not hesitant, affirmative. The core is the threat. The species is not. Mayra looked down at the deck. The choice felt like a knife in her hand. But what else could she do? Earth couldn't fight this. Eli wasn't just wearing the armor anymore. He was becoming something else. Something dangerous. Maybe even something uncontrollable. He didn't sleep. He didn't eat. Sometimes he spoke in that strange alien language without knowing it. And worse, sometimes the armor moved before he did. Confirm transfer. The voice repeated. Mira whispered back. I'll bring him to the loading bay in 1 hour. She cut the signal and leaned against the wall. Her body shook. Not because of fear but guilt. She didn't see Eli standing in the hallway, just beyond the door. He hadn't made a sound, but he had heard everything. He didn't move, didn't speak. He just turned and walked away. Later, Mira found him in the empty control deck, staring out at the black alien ship. His voice was quiet when he spoke. You made the right choice. Her heart jumped. She stepped forward slowly. You heard? He nodded. You did it to protect Earth. I had to. Oh, she said. You're changing, Eli. You're not the same. And we don't know how much longer we can trust you. I don't know if I trust me either, he said. For a moment, there was silence. No alarms. No armor whispering. Just two people standing on the edge of something huge. Then Mira asked, You're not going to stop me? Eli turned to her. His eyes glowed faint blue in the dim light. No, he said. Let them come. The sky above Earth changed. It started as a shadow, cold and wide, moving through the stars like a blade across the dark. Cities below noticed first. Telescopes, satellites, then governments. Then everyone. A ship the size of a moon was entering orbit. It didn't speak. It didn't fire. It simply waited. Inside the horizon, no one was talking anymore. The crew stood frozen. The alien signal had gone quiet. But the message was clear. The time was up. They had come for Eli. He stood alone in the hangar bay, facing the massive blast doors. The armor covered him completely, now dark, glowing, smooth like glass, but full of sharp edges. His voice had changed too. Lower, steady. He didn't look like a boy anymore. He didn't move like one either. Mira entered behind him, slowly. She held something in her hand, a beacon. The transfer signal. The one that would hand him over. She didn't speak. She didn't have to. Eli looked at her, his voice calm. I forgive you. The words hit harder than any anger could. Mira's eyes watered, but she said nothing. The ship began to shake. Not from damage, but from something arriving. A white light appeared outside the bay doors. Slowly, they opened. And the hunter stepped through. It didn't walk. It floated. A machine of wires, blades, and something else. Not alive, not dead. Ancient. Silent. Its face was a blank surface of light. It spoke without moving. Return the core. The war ends. Eli stepped forward. I'm not your core. I'm not your weapon. I'm human. You are infected. You must be erased. The moment hung like breath before thunder. Then Eli raised his arm. The armor responded instantly. A surge of energy exploded around him. His feet lifted off the floor. The walls bent from the pressure. His voice, now filled with something more than human, cut through the storm. I didn't start your war, but I'll finish it. The hunter fired. A beam of light shot forward, but it didn't reach him. The armor bent space around him, shattered. The blast and launched him forward like a bullet. He moved faster than the eye could follow. He hit the hunter like a meteor. The hangar exploded in light. Above Earth, people saw it. A streak of blue fire cutting through the sky. They didn't know what it was. A god? A weapon? A warning? Inside the hunter ship, Eli fought, not with guns, with thought, with memory. The armor connected to systems millions of years old. It knew every weak point, every secret path. He became the storm inside the enemy. Explosions lit up the sky. Fire bloomed from the alien ship. For a moment, it looked like a second sun was being born above. Earth. Then silence. The horizon floated among the wreckage. No sign of the alien ship. No sign of Eli. Mira stood at the window, her hand pressed to the glass. The crew behind her waited for answers that didn't come. And then, something moved in the wreckage. One figure, walking calmly across floating metal and broken stars. Eli. The armor was cracked, glowing from within, but still holding. He stepped back onto the horizon without a word. Myra met him in the docking bay. Her voice shook. "Are you still you?" Ailey looked at her with tired eyes and smiled. "I think I'm something new." She nodded slowly. "What happens now?" He looked out the window toward the stars. "I don't know. But whatever's coming next, I'll be ready."